Popping, y'all. Good morning. What's the deal? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. You heard? Feeling good today. I ain't gonna lie. Feeling good today. Um, my thoughts is aligned. I talk about that a lot. Body, mind, soul, all that is aligned. I hope y'all had a good weekend because this is the last week of February. We about to head into March. Can y'all believe it? We already in March. It feels like we've never been in March a day in our lives. But we are here. For my Muslims out there, you know Ramadan is approaching, so get yourself together because we got a strong month ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? So get yourselves together. Today I'm gonna talk about a few different topics. You know what I'm saying? Two is gonna be news, and one of them is Diddy. The other one is Irv Gotti. You know what I'm saying? And one of the last things I'm gonna talk about is something I'm not going to show because it's a bit disturbing, but I did see it and it's crazy, right? But let's talk about Diddy. So Diddy's attorney, you know what I mean, stepped down. It's reported Diddy's defense attorney, Anthony Rico, filed notice on Thursday in Manhattan federal court stating he no longer wants to represent Combs, writing, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel. Rico, one of the six attorneys representing Combs, did not offer any details about the decision. So, of course, you know, everybody knows that Diddy is behind bars, you know what I mean, waiting to go to trial for a RICO case, basically about, you know, freak offs and, you know, all of these, and sex trafficking and all of these other, you know, allegations. He's in a RICO charge by himself. You know what I'm saying? The RICO statute was built to bring down mob bosses. They created it for John Gotti, and Diddy is in the case by himself. I mean, one of the things when it came to Diddy, we've always heard the words about, you know, people saying how he does all of these different things, and we've heard all of these alleged conversations, right? Like once Diddy's locked up, now you got all the people from making a band coming out to say something. I just don't like it. Listen, I'm not advocating for him or not. I don't know if the man's innocent, you know what I'm saying, or he's guilty of what he's alleged of. I know that we seen the video of him beating on Cassie. Of course, that was disgusting, and we immediately, you know what I'm saying, immediately stepped away from any type of support because he never owned up to something like that prior to it coming out. Probably thought it was never going to come out, right? But it's just crazy how, like, you know, I mean, I had this argument with people regarding the same thing about Sean telling his story. But I just find it funny, like all the making the band people, now y'all seeing all this crazy stuff happen after 20 years and nobody seeing half of y'all at all. Day 26, they went on a, you know, they on a tour telling their stories and they crying on Vlad TV. There's other lawsuits that's coming from artists. And it's like, I mean, I do get the, okay, one person had the courage to do it, but I don't know. We will see. I think Diddy's trial is coming up in May. I'm really curious to know why he stepped down, right? Is it because he knows something, or is it because he just felt like, nah, I'm not doing this? Or maybe his moral values went up against, you know, the work. I mean, it's been a lot of times where like high-powered attorneys might know some truth about some shit and they step down because they like, well, they don't step down, excuse me, they don't step down. They just taking the money because they like, yo, we could beat this. But I'm really curious to know why this dude stepped down. And I mean, will we ever see that? There's numerous documentaries that's out right now regarding Diddy. I know he's suing for one of them. You know what I'm saying? He's suing NBC, I believe, or ABC for one of these documentaries that was produced for $100 million or something crazy like that. I mean, listen, I think that once we seen these videos, you know what I'm saying, of Diddy, like when we seen a video of Diddy, well, we didn't see videos. When we seen a video of Diddy, specifically the one about, you know, him putting his hands on Cassie, that's when everybody was like, all right, it's enough, enough's enough, right? But we've heard allegations of not fights, not just fights, but we've heard like, you know, these allegations of these freak offs, and it's turned into like this ongoing joke on the internet. Like it's this ongoing joke on the internet. That's what makes me question how serious people take things. Because while it is like, don't get me wrong, like if there's anybody who tweets anything positive about Diddy, there is a committee of people that are gonna search your tweet, find you, and just talk shit to you and talk shit down on you. You know what I'm saying, for supporting anything regarding Diddy. But aside from that, I wonder what people's motivations are when it comes to a situation like this in its totality. Because I think that a lot of people just want to joke about shit. I think that like the darkness or the reality of what could possibly be doesn't really mean much to people who it doesn't directly affect. I think that a lot of the outcry that people proclaim to have is not real. You know what I'm saying? And I mean socially, on social media, because that is media. It's called social media, right? Not saying that it means that it's not true. I just think that a lot of people like to join into the group conversation of either joking about something or hating something. Now, the stuff that he's alleged of, I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like calling dudes to come have sex with your girl while you watch. That's a level of freakiness that's ridiculous. But, you know, there's also been this report that on the freak off tapes that Cassie looks consenting. She looks like she's in control. That's what it specifically said. Like she's in control of what's actually happening. It's this alleged shit about the drugs being inside the baby oil. Let me tell you something. The key to this rap shit, the key to succeeding in this rap shit is going home and staying away from people. I'm telling y'all, man. A lot of people want to be in this music shit, but music is a business. Get in it for the business and don't try to be friends and do extracurricular activities with said whomever. It ain't just Diddy, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that partake in that type of action. You know what I'm saying? But just take your ass home. All right. Also, like, y'all seen these pictures of R. Kelly that popped up, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that when it comes to entertainment and it comes to legal stuff, it's always going to be 50-50. Because on one hand, you're going to have people that say, oh, that's horrible, that's wrong. And then you're going to have other people that just totally support whomever's arrested because they like, I can separate the art and the artist. I mean, I can in certain instances, but it's certain shit that you could do that's just unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like that's not the same approach that's taken, because when it comes to people taking lives, it's not the same thing. Fans actually advocate for artists who have taken lives. That's kind of crazy, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, SA is a very, very serious thing, and people should totally be against that, right? That's not a joke. But taking lives should be just as serious, right? Like, if said artist took somebody's life or is alleged of taking somebody's life and they go to prison for it, people still support them. I mean, people still root them on or say, yeah, man, it just makes them more real or more authentic. And it's out of hand. Idiocracy. I told y'all, if you ain't never seen that movie, watch Idiocracy. That's the time we in. Aside from that, Irv Gotti, was on a podcast and he had some things to say regarding his brother's health. And there's some reports that's coming out. They haven't ruled the official, the official reason for his passing. Irv Gotti's brother, Chris Gotti, says he knows exactly why his brother's passed. But according to the National Institute of Health, a hemorrhagic stroke is one that occurs when a blood vessel in the brain bursts, causing bleeding. And Irv had one of these strokes. Chris's brother says that Irv had a series of health issues because he had almost never went to the doctor, admitting that when he finally did go to get a physical, he didn't believe it when the doctors told him he was a diabetic. So, listen, I know that, like, on my channel, you know what I'm saying? On my channel, you get a lot of different things. You get me calling, shit out that I don't like. You get me talking about music I do like or moments I like. But I also talk about health. And the reason why I talk about health is because I care about people, not just myself. You know what I'm saying? I truthfully care about health. I think one of the most tragic things I've seen in life is see people lose their lives due to health. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is crazy. But, I seen another thing that he was saying that, Irv was like eating a lot of Chinese food and, he just wouldn't believe it. And so many people doesn't think it's going to be them until it's them. And that shit is like disheartening. And one of the main reasons why it's disheartening is because, like, we can't let bad food be the end of us, yo. Like, I'm noticing and learning that the older I get, most of the things that people told me when I was a child was right. Like, don't eat too much of this or don't do too much of that. Or and as you get older, right? Because immaturity leads you to just doing whatever you want and thinking that you're invincible. But once you start getting older, like one of my close friends said that he had to get heart surgery. Scared the living shit out of me, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I had a panic attack. I didn't even know what a panic attack was until I had one. After I had it, I said, I had to calm myself down, but I was like, oh, wow, that was real. Like, I really had like a panic attack because I'm thinking about my friend's life. But again, I really stress, like, if you don't like drinking, if you don't like eating vegetables, drink them. I mean, pour a little bit of agave in there. If you don't like eating fruits all the time, drink them. Or just try to eat some fruits. Like, do something. You know what I'm saying? Get on a trip, do something. And going to the gym and working out, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to get diesel and none of that. Just exercise. Exercise is better than not exercising. So get off your ass. If you've been talking all this New Year's resolution shit and you ain't took your ass to the gym one time this year, please use what I'm saying today as a reason to go. Irv Gotti was only in his 50s when he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. I see that Tiger's mother passed away as also. My condolences go out to Tiger. You know what I'm saying? And his family. I don't know what his mom passed away to, but she is extremely young as well. I think she was 53 years old. So just if we can, and again, I'm not speaking on Tiger's mother in the sense because I don't know what happened to her or not. I'm just generally speaking about health. We got to excuse me. We have to take better care of our health, y'all, for real. Like, we got to be on that. Lastly, is this video circulating around on the internet where it's a few young ladies that's getting into a brawl. And during this brawl, one of these young ladies takes and sees a baby that's sitting in a stroller. This baby got to be 1 or maybe 2 years old, maybe even 3, and that's pushing it. But this lady punches this baby in the face, bro. This lady punches a baby in the face, an innocent baby. I don't even know where to begin with talking about some shit like this because that's gruesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gruesome. My brother Derek Grace talked about this on his platform, on his Instagram. And he always talks about like how people don't know how to de-escalate, and de-escalation is just as important as standing your ground and wanting to fight. People don't know how to talk. People don't know how to work out differences without getting physical. And that shit is sad because he also went on to say like, yo, none of y'all is even in shape or fit to even be in a fight. And the moment where you can't, I guess the kid's mom, I don't know who's who. I just know that a baby's there. And while the baby's there, this lady punches the baby in the face. This lady should be arrested and prosecuted to the furthest extent. I'm going to keep it 100, man. We got to get motherfuckers like this out of here, man. Like, people like this don't deserve to be just walking around because, and Derek brought this up too, what if this lady had a weapon? This lady had a weapon. She already harmed the baby by putting her hands on a baby. Like, I've never seen nothing like that before. I've never seen nothing like that before, ever in life. I mean, it was a joke in a movie one time where somebody punched a baby, right? And it was like a comedy film. But never in a million years would I think that something like that would happen, even in my lifetime. But where are people at morally, mentally, to where they think that like they could put their hands on a child, specifically a baby, and just go ahead about their business? And don't get me wrong, like, this is not the only instance because there's children who lose their lives every day to, gun violence or domestic abuse. I've seen too many instances where a child has been, their life has been taken by a boyfriend that is in the house with a kid and just mad at a video game and harming. And psychologically, man, I mean, there is no buffer that we can make to prepare people for parenting, but goddamn, does it need to be, man? I mean, we complain about the government all the time and all these rights that they want to take from us and all these rights we think we have, and then you got people putting their hands on babies. The fuck is going on out here? Like, that's where we at as a society, and that doesn't speak for every type of person. But if I didn't know nothing, and I'm not going to reduce it to just being a black thing, right? But this is some black women that's out there fighting. If I didn't know nothing about black people at all. And I seen that, I don't even know how I would feel, man. Because just seeing some shit like that, it makes me feel like, yo, bro, like this is why certain things is put in place. And no, black people are not a monolith. Like, we're not just one way. We're not just one type of person. There's different versions of every type of person that exists, specifically black people. And seeing something like this, man, just broke my heart. My heart goes out to that baby, because even for her moms, I don't know what happened, but that baby should have been nowhere in sight of, an altercation, or been around some type of energy that's like that. Or if it was preventable, that should have completely been prevented. This is how I do it myself. You know what I mean? For the ones that rock with me, you know how we do. And for the ones that don't eventually will, sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, because this shit is wicked out here. Y'all have a good day. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.